Recently, I just finished a book. Epic. It's called Enchiridion by Epictetus. Right? It's a beautiful book. I recommend you guys to read it. It's on philosophy. Those you guys who know Stoicism will find this very interesting. So it's quite a short book. It's just a short book. It's called. Other places they call it the what do they call it? I think the courses. Yeah, the courses. No, not the handbook. Actually, it's called. The other places they call it the handbook because it was a handbook written by one of Epictetus' students. When Epictetus would speak, in front of people or to his student when he would teach them, he would just write it down. And on the first few lines, it talks about the dichotomy of control, which is one of the four pillars of Stoicism. You know, and the line goes like this, right? There are things which are within our control or within our power, right? And there are things which are not in our control. Or in another word, you can say beyond our power, right? Beyond our control. And he goes on saying, within our power are our opinion, aim, desire, aversion, and in one word, whatever affairs are our own. Beyond our power, our body, property, reputation, office, and in one word, whatever are not properly our own affairs. Things that we cannot control are things, basically external factors, external things that we have no control whatsoever. But then for most of us in the modern time, it occurred to me, like personally, I stress so much or things that are not within my control are always lingering in my mind. I can't really find a place. I understand that. No, this is not with my. I always stress for things that are not in my control. When sometimes things, you're just in a bad season. Life is just not so good. You're just facing hardship at its peakest. You just don't know what to do. You just lost. And that's something you don't necessarily have control over, although you partially have by changing it. But then it's a phase, it's a season, right? It's a season that you have to go through. And things within our control are things that how we react to stuff. um let's say for instance I'm at school, right? I'm at school and somebody curses me out, curses my family out. That's something not in my control because I did not make him do that, or I did not um instruct him to do that. But what isn't within my control is how I react to it. Instead of me retaliating with force or with the same energy he um, transmuted to me, I'm just gonna conserve myself and just control my emotions. Instead of acting irrational and fighting him back. So things like this are something important or essential when it comes to lifting weights. You should know the way you look when you lift weights. Doesn't it's not really within your control. You may want like broader shoulders. You may want a longer, a longer chest or abdomen. That's not really within your control unless it's you have genetics for it. Then that's good. But then if you don't, you don't really have to um like sleep on it, like think about it so much, ponder on it, that I don't have this, so I won't really have my ideal physique. Because it happens all the time. We see people we admire, put people on a pedestal on the internet a lot. We have these people who are taller, 6'1", 6'2", whatever. They're just tall, and you're not so tall, and then you have this physique. You don't like the way your shoulders look. Certain things are within your control, meaning you can get bigger shoulders, you can get bigger arms, bigger triceps, bigger legs, whatnot. That's all within your control. You get me? But when it comes to looking a bit taller, looking, like having your abs look a certain way, that's not within your control. So when it comes to lifting weights, bro, when it comes to training, stressing your body, any form of body resistance that you do, just remember that certain things are within your control, certain things are not. So we should stop worrying about things that are not within our control. And if we honestly practice that, then only then we can really appreciate whatever effort we put into the work, whatever it is, whether it's at work. Just understand what's within your control and what not. What's within your control is your effort, the amount of effort you put in, the dedication and the enthusiasm. But then what's not within your control is how the people see you, how your boss sees you. Those are the things that are not within our control. So this book is very, very insightful and very, very informative. It really taught me a lot, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I recommend you guys to watch it, to not watch it, sorry, to read it. You'll get like a hell of amount of knowledge from it. So that's one thing that's holding us slaves, in our minds a lot, is trying our best to look like certain people. This is what pushes people to go and get surgery, right? Because they're not pleased with the amount of effort they put in and the amount of with how they look. But then you gotta learn to appreciate and not really change things that are not within your control. Only then you will have a peaceful life. Only then you will have a peaceful life. And whatever it takes, just putting the effort, honestly. Because I haven't really posted in a minute. It's been a while because I had to focus with school and certain areas of my life where I just had to put so much energy into. So I couldn't really balance it all. But I'm back, and I'll be posting to keep you guys motivated as much as I can, and to be just consistent. It's just with consistency. I want to look shredded this year. I went back to boxing, but then I haven't gone like for a week now because of the stuff that I had to stuff I had to put my energy into. So I went back to boxing, but next week I'm gonna really go back to it again, and then start. Hopefully I'm gonna record for you guys. I'm gonna ask my coach if he's gonna be comfortable me recording, because our gym is not like a big, normal boxing gym with the rings and stuff. It's very, very modest, and it's very just simple. It's just very simple, nothing huge, nothing major, honestly. And I'll ask him if he's gonna be comfortable with me recording. I'll show you guys, my drills and stuff. So I want to be shredded by the end of this year, bro. I want to be big and at the same time shredded, because I'm getting bigger, bro. As you can see, my abs are just vanishing, bro. You get me? My abs are vanishing. I'm just getting bigger. However, I'm not really getting shredded because I want it to look lean, simultaneously big. You see, lean and big at the same time. So that's that's my ideal physique, right? So I also have to do a lot of cardio. I ride my bike every once in a while, especially when I'm heading to work, right? I ride my bike here and there, but it's not really enough cardio. It's not really enough cardio, so I have to like jog. I have to find the time to jog, and it's so hard to do so because during the week I got school, and weekends I got work. So I have to find an equilibrium. I have to find an equilibrium to be able to balance it out. But yeah, bro, that's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna be consistent as much as possible to influence you guys, to motivate you guys with my words and with my videos. I just don't want to say things that I do not practice myself. I try to be the person that I want to be. The person I say I am. So thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you at the top. All right, take care of yourself. Adios.